Welcome back, fellow maidens. It is I, the Dark Fair Maiden, and today we are going to be ranking these super cute Pokemon plushies on the Pokemon Centre from the Paldea region. So there's a lot of cuties in this category as well as some funky looking ones. So we're going to be ranking those today on a tier list. So stick around and make sure to comment down below your favourite from Paldea. And let's get straight into this video. So I have made a funky little tier list for our Pokemon plushies, all from the Pokemon Centre. Very exciting. And we're going to have a look at those, ranking from S to C, because let's face it, a lot of them are going to be very cute, so therefore it's going to be hard not to rank them all high. Starting off, we have Armarouge. What a cute Pokemon. Actually, can I say cute? He's more cool. He's a very cool Pokemon. He's got the fire, he's got the armor. I think for sure he has to go S tier for coolness. Plus, in terms of a plushie, he's easy to hold, easy to cuddle, so therefore I think Armarouge definitely deserves S tier. Next up we have Pommy. What a kitty. Super cute Pokemon, and this is in fact the Easter edition one, so it's like even more cuter. Come on, we can't get any more cuter. It's got the really fluffy fur because it's the Easter edition Pokemon, so therefore it gets like a different texture of material, which is more fluffy, softer. He's got cute flowers, he's got an Easter egg. It doesn't get much more cuter than this. The only problem is it's super tiny and it's a keychain. I for one don't want a keychain plushie because it's easily going to get dirty if I have it on my bag. So therefore I feel like it's going to lose a point to that reason. But in terms of a plush, super cute, super cuddly, and really, really cute. Maybe I've said cute already, but it's so cute. So I think it goes in the A tier. Next up we have Flittle. Flittle is another cutie. But honestly, I'm not loving this plushie. It's great for being on a sofa, on a shelf, but in terms of cuddliness, it doesn't look super soft. I don't like it when they use that kind of rougher material for plushies. I get it that they have to use something maybe slightly stronger, but they don't have to use this rough textured material. I don't like it. So I think that's going to go in this C tier. I just don't really like it. It's not a plushie I would want, but it's a cute Pokemon. We have Xianpao. Hopefully I'm saying that right. This is a super awesome Pokemon. Come on. He's super cool. We have to enlarge him even more. I want to see more details. Very cool Pokemon. The only problem with Pokemon like this when you're turning them into plushies is things like these kind of get lost in translation. They don't translate that well in terms of reality and plush form. Still a very cool Pokemon though, so I think I'm still going to have to give it, I think, B tier. Very cool. Yeah, B tier. Oh, I love this Pokemon. We have Wooper. Super cute. Look at his big cheesy grin. I love the fact that this version has bones sticking out of his ears. I think that's so cool. I love this detailing on his belly that kind of looks like a skeleton. And I think this is a super comfy plushie. It's got that soft plush material. And I love it. This is definitely A tier. No, sorry, S tier. It's S tier. And also the browns. The browns on it look really, really cozy. This next one, I can't remember exactly how to say its name. It's like Surgulage or something. This is an epic Pokemon for sure. And it's the other version of Armarouge. So you can either turn it into a fire type or you can turn it into this dark type. This is just an epic Pokemon. He's so cool, or she, whatever you want to genderize as. Such a cool Pokemon. Love the colors. Does it work well as a plush? I think it does. You are kind of losing a bit of that coolness with these things coming down either side. So therefore I feel like we're going to put it in the A tier, but overall it's a great, cool Pokemon and I love it. Yikes, everyone's favorite, oh boy. Quaxly. I feel bad for this Pokemon. It just does not get much love, and I'm not one of the ones that give it any love because it's kind of just, what is his hair? Why? It's anime, it's Pokemon. They can do what they want. Quaxly is still a really cute Pokemon. In the beginning it took me a while to really warm up to him, but overall I think he's cute. He's a duck, come on. He does have a bit of a fun personality which makes me like him even slightly less. But he's still a Pokemon, I still have love for him. The plushie itself looks great. I think it'd be really nice to hold him, nice to cuddle. I think because it's the Pokemon I don't really like though, it's gonna have to go in the A tier. Actually, maybe B tier. It's not cool enough, I don't think, for A tier. Now, what a... Okay, yeah, Ogerpon. I almost forgot the name of this one. We have the Ogerpon. Now, I'm not going to be able to remember the versions of these. They have like 3 or 4 different versions of the Ogerpons. And honestly, I think they've translated the Ogerpons really well. They haven't used any of that scratchy material. They've used the really nice soft plushy material. I love that. I love the stars in the eyes. The mouth looks great. This even looks great. Everything, I think that is definitely an S tier plush because they've done a really great job for a really kind of complicated Pokemon with a lot going on. I think that deserves A tier. We have the other version here as well. It might also get an S. Let's just have a look close up and see what materials they're using. Again, perfect. They're using the really soft plushy materials for it. I think that's perfect for a plushie. Great to cuddle, great to hold. I can't complain. I think that's an awesome plush. Great design as well. So therefore it has to go in the S tier. Next up we have Graveyard or Graveyard. I can't really pronounce his name. It's a weird one. But yeah, we have the Ghostly Dog. Now I think this is a great plush. I don't know why I put that white box there. I was going to kind of put them in it, but you can't even really see them. It's still not big enough. But yeah, I think, again, a great plush. They've used that even softer material for this. It's kind of like fluffy, super soft. Different texturing on the nose. It's that kind of more softer plush material, whereas this is a bit more fluffy. I love it. It's perfect. The only thing I don't like about these ones is like the jagged teeth are using that harder material. And again, I get why they're using that, but it's like sharp. I don't like it. And I don't like this here. Like, I get they had to put that there because that's what's on the Pokemon, but it's like, again, using that sharp material that I don't quite like. Overall though, great plush, great to cuddle. This would annoy me though if I was like holding it. Like that would just irritate my skin. So therefore I think that has to go in the A tier. But really cute plushie though. Actually mid tier. It's not really one I would want to get. This one though, now this is a really expensive plush. Because this is like the oversized ones that the Pokemon Centre occasionally do. It's like, in terms of pounds, it's £230 I think. I'm not sure what that is in dollars. But I love this plush. It's the full evolution of Wooper. I can't remember the name of it, but it's super cool. Love the spikes coming out, which look like a softish material. It doesn't look sharp. You got big grin here with kind of evilish eyes. I love the vibe it's going for. Great to hold and cuddle. Great Pokemon. I think it has to go in the... I'm going to go S tier. Yeah, I think it has to go S tier. Next up, we have the Treasure Style Gimmighoul. I love this Pokemon. It's so random though. It just doesn't feel like... Well, at first it didn't feel like a Pokemon to me, but as I've come to know it and its personality, it's definitely a Pokemon. And I love it. I love its little treasure chest. It reminds me of my Loot Goblins. So therefore I love it. I think this is a great design. It's not using any sharp materials, like the rougher textured soft material, I suppose. But yeah, I think it's great. That's definitely S tier for me. That wins for sure. And it would look great on a shelf for like a sofa. Next up we have Palmy, and this time it's the Christmas edition, I believe, and it's got this really cute little shawl around it or cape. I'm not too sure what it is around it, but that's super cute. Love the bow, love the cheesy grin. I think that has to go in S tier for sure. Next up, another Palmy. They really love their Palmies. This one I like, but it looks to me like that slightly cheaper material for the plush, and I don't like that material at all, especially when you're paying premium for Pokemon Centre plushies. So I think it has to go in the B tier. Or, well, let me have a closer look. Yeah, B tier. Next up, we have a favorite of mine, Skeldridge. He's such a cool Pokemon. To have a fire ghost type is insane. And I think this is really well done, this Pokemon as well. Nothing too sharp on it. Clean design. Looks great. Easy to cuddle and hold. I think that's an S tier Pokemon. I am biased though because I do like this Pokemon. But I think it looks great. Next up we have Sprigato. Now, who doesn't love a cat? But not just any cat, this is a grass type cat. It's a cat, it's a leafy green cute cat. I can't say anything more about it. It's just cute, lovable and fun. But on that note, I don't like it as a plush. It doesn't look comfy or cozy. I would maybe like it more if it had a plushier, softer material. But overall, I just don't think it would be in my collection. And if it was, it would be on like a shelf or something. So yeah, I think B tier for now. Next up we have Fuecoco. Super cutie here. I think this is a great design for a plush. It works so well. It's cute. The colors look great. Everything about it is adorable. I think it has to go in the A tier. Even though it's not different from like the Sprigato or Quaxley, it just works better, I think, as a plush. Again, could be biased because I like it. Next up we have the legendary Corydon. For a plush of this awkward style, it works really well. Like, this is an awkward Pokemon. It's got a lot of things going on. It's got a bike wheel, it's got legs, it's got these antennae things. But like, as a plush, it actually looks great. They've done a really great job with it, I think. Overall, I think it's a pretty good Pokemon for a plushie. It's translated really, really well, surprisingly. So therefore, I think it has to actually go in the A tier. Maybe even S tier, dare I say it? No, A tier, because I wouldn't want it. But it's just translated so well. Great job on the designers for that one. What a absolute cutie. I think they've done a great job with this as well. The only thing I don't like is... Actually, I like what they've done. I was gonna say I don't like the material they've used, but I get that they wanted to use a different material for like the shiny iridescent vibe and it's giving. And actually I think it works really well. I don't think it looks uncomfortable. I think it looks great overall. The colors have really came alive. It looks great. It's a really nice Pokemon to hold, I think, in terms of a plush. So I think that gets, it's a tough one. Maybe A tier. I think A tier. Next up, another Palmot, or Pommy. I think it's Palmot, that one. I don't like this one at all. I don't like this awkward pose it's giving. I don't like the little frill bits around it here that's using that harder material. I don't know, it's just... to me, it just doesn't feel like I would want to buy it. So I think it has to go in the C tier, actually. Next up, a favourite of mine, Poltergeist. Now, I like this Pokemon a lot because I like the fact it's basically a matcha jar and it's a little haunted. I think it's really cute. Does it translate well as a plush? It's not the worst. They have used that rough material for this little hand. Slightly less rough material for the little spoon. It's a tough one. I think maybe it has to go... Sorry. I think it actually goes in the A tier. It is a great plush. The only thing that's lacking for me, though, is the hand, I think. Yeah, and the little spoon. Those are the two things lacking. But I understand why they have to use some different materials. So therefore, I think it gets an A. We have another Ogerpon here. This time it's the blue one. Again, nothing to fault with this design. Love everything about it. Super soft and cuddly. It goes in the S tier, people. S tier forever. Next up, we have Volcarona. This is one heckin' awesome Pokemon for sure. And this I believe is one of the bigger style plushies, again, slightly more expensive. And I think it is epic. I really want this plushie so bad. I think it would look epic on my collection. It's got super soft plush material here. It's then got fluffy material up here and around its little toesies. And then it's got like, I wouldn't say it's a rough material. It's like a softer material, but then within that is like a slightly, what would you call it? It's not like fluffy cushion material, but it's still like a softer material, but it's a bit more stable. So like those wings stay up, I suppose. Would you call those wings or like petals? Either way, they've done an epic job with this one. They haven't cheaped out on any of it. It looks great. I love it. So therefore, it has to definitely go in the S tier. The oversized plushies are just insane. The fact they make them is awesome and I'm all for it. Here we have one of the special Halloween plushies. We have the graveyard and we have a pumpkin. It's not a Pokemon pumpkin, but it's a pumpkin and it's Halloween style. I don't love it. Cool concept, but to me I think it's gonna go maybe in the C tier. I feel like it's kind of lacking. Like, it could have been a graveyard and a pumpkaboo, but instead it's just like a pumpkin. It's just, yeah, it's not doing much. You know how much I love Fuecoco, so already I'm loving this. He's in this Christmas stocking, so cute. He's got candy canes around him, he's smiling, he's super happy. The only thing, again, I don't like about these ones is it's a keychain. But what is actually good about this is instead of using it as like on your bag, you can actually like clip it up onto your hearth at Christmas. So therefore there's some kind of perk to it, but I'm still gonna give it A tier just because I can only use it once a year. Oh, Charcadet is just too cute. I love this Pokemon and it works out as a plush even better. How cute does he look? And his little feetsies, his little arms, oh, it's just too cute. That is instant S tier for sure. Need one of him in my collection. Okay, here we have Madrivis, or Misdreavus, however you like to pronounce it. That's just an epic Pokemon. Super cool. I know that's like her ulterior form. I can't remember what form that is, but I know it's like the different form that she goes into. But that's so cool. It works really well as a plushie as well. It doesn't look terrible. No like super sharp plush material. All clean, all soft. I love it. So therefore I think that has to go in the S tier for sure. It looks great. Really well done. Some of the cutest Pokemon plushies I think you could ever buy. The Tendamaus or Mousehold. I can't remember which one this is. I think this is Mousehold. But that's just too cute. White mice. All holding hands, guys. It doesn't get much cuter than that. I love the design for these mice. They're just actually so cute. So simple, but they're just so adorable. Because they're holding hands, I love the concept. It has to go in the S tier. Next up we have Fuecoco again. And he's in a burrito costume. Pokemon. How do you come up with these crazy concepts and making Pokemon even cuter than they already are? That is instant S tier. I don't even care that it's a keychain. That is instant S. Like, that's the thing, you're like, it would be cool if they did this, and they actually do it. It's not just like a dream. They've actually went and made a burrito for Fuecoco. Here we have Sinistcha. Okay, I've already put the Poltergeist in the A tier, and this is even cuter, and there's no sharp little hands. The hands are cute. It's like poking over the teacup. Absolutely adorable, and it translates really well as a plush, so therefore I think that is instant S tier. So cute. Now, here we have Ursaluna. The Blood Moon one or something. Yeah, I think it's great. Looks really cool. Easy to cuddle. I can't complain. I think it goes in the A tier. Only thing is lacking is cuteness. Oh my goodness. Another Palmy? Really? Really? Come on, Pokemon. Why is it always with the Palmies and the Palmots? C tier. I love this Pokemon, but I actually can't pronounce his name. It's like Cretitan or something. He's really cool though. I love the fact he's a snow Pokemon or like an ice type. He's got pink on it. Oh, he's just so cool. The only thing I don't like is it's not like a super soft plush material for him. So I think this is gonna have to go in the B tier. Sadly, really cool Pokemon, but doesn't really translate. I feel like they could have used like a really soft plush material for him. That would have worked really well. Next up we have Lechonk. That's just too cute. It's holding his little like feet together. It's got a bow on it. It's a slightly softer color palette they've used. That is A tier. It's so cute. So cute. Super small Lechonk. Next up, we have another Lechonk, but this is just the regular Lechonk. I think it looks good. They've used the soft material, plush material that I like. Yeah, easy to hug, like super soft looking. I think that goes in the A tier. I'm not even like the biggest fan of Lechonk, but that plushie is just so cool. It's just cute. Next up, we have the Tatsugiris. Is that how you say it? Tatsugiris? It's been a minute since I've seen them. But yeah. This is more, like, this is obviously isn't a plushie that you can, like, cuddle. It's more of a piece you have, like, on a shelf or with your other plushies. It's a cool concept. I like that they've got it on the board and stuff. But, to me... why make it a plush? You can't cuddle that, you know? Here we have Mabostiff. This looks like the perfect kind of plush. It's soft. It's got like the really soft plushy material. I don't know if you know what I mean, but like it's really like plushy. It's soft. It's just like, it's better than like furry plush. It's like a soft plush. I can't even describe it, but if you know plushies, you know what I'm talking about. And that just looks like the cuddliest thing I've ever seen. So I think that has to go S tier. And I'm not even a fan of like Mabostiff, but that just looks like such a cuddly plushie. So yeah, great job on that one. Next up we have another Tatsugiri, the pink one, super cute. Is that the Tatsugiri? Maybe I'm like saying its name wrong, or maybe that's the evolution, I don't actually know. But yeah, I think it goes in B tier. Again, it's just not really a plush I'm going to be buying because it's just awkward. And it doesn't look like it can sit upright either. Oh my goodness, this is insane. Terrapagos as a mega size plush. It's not like mega size, it's pretty big though. But this just looks like the softest, cuddliest plushie ever. It's like one you can just like lie on top of or like lie holding, and it just looks like it'd be the perfect plush to nap with. It looks so like, oh my goodness. That is just the perfect kind of plush I want. It hasn't got like the super soft plush material that I like, but it also hasn't got any rough material, so that's a plus. But because it's so big, colorful, the design looks cool, I think it just looks like a really fun plush to cuddle and like nap with. It looks so fun. And comfy. Next up we have Meowscarda. Cool Pokemon. I think it works pretty good as a plushie. I think it's just going to go straight in the S tier. Kind of like with the Cerealage, or however you say it. Yeah, same kind of deal with that. I think we're going to go the same with that one as well. A tier. Next up we got Fezandipity. Again, cool, fine as a plush. Yes. It's not giving anything I'd want, so therefore it's going to go B tier. It's a really cool Pokemon though. And here we have Miraidon. I don't know, there's something I like about the Coridon plushie slightly more, but the fact that this is a plush is pretty crazy because it's like, it's still a complicated design. So therefore I think it has to go in the S tier. It's like, I wouldn't even really want it in my collection, but because it's like a complicated design done really well, it still has to go in the S tier for sure. Oh, what a cutie. We have Fido. Oh, so cute. Yeah, instant S tier. Well, actually, I actually want to give it S because I love Fido and like that could honestly be the cuddliest Pokemon ever as a plush, but I feel like it's lacking. Like, they could have used a really softer material. They could have made it like a bigger size one. I feel like they could do more with it, is what I'm saying. And the color is kind of putting me off. Yeah, I think it goes in the B tier. I feel like it could have been better. Here we have Crocolore. I think this is just the dorkiest looking plushie ever. I understand the Crocolore is like a complicated design, and this just looks hilariously bad. It's not like terrible, but it's just not great at all. It looks just so funny. It makes it slightly cuter though, but I think it's gonna have to go in the C tier. I would more get it because it looks dorky. Next up we have Applin. This is Applin, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is Applin. It's cute, but in terms of plush, it doesn't really work well, I don't think. Make it fluffier and cuddlier if you're gonna make it into a plush. Because otherwise it just doesn't work well. B tier. I forget what this one's called. I think it looks cool as a plush, to be fair, and it looks cuddly. Like, it's easy to hold. Not really one I want to get, though, so therefore I think it has to go in C tier. Yeah, C tier. Here we have Palafin. Epic Pokemon. Love the alt art it has in Prismatic Evolutions. Yeah, it's just that the plush to me looks pretty cool. You've got that soft material. You got that slightly harder material that I don't like, but I think it's still really cool, so I think that has to go in the A tier. And next up we have Tinkaton. Tinkaton is just too cute. It's a pink steel type. It looks super awesome. It's also a fairy type. I love it. I love the fact it's got a purple hammer, and it's got a really great energy going about it. In terms of a plushie, I think it gets A tier. It's cool. It is. The hammer handle is a little bit pointless because it's so thin. I like though that it's sleeping on top of the hammer, so I feel like I have to give it some points there. A tier. Next up then we have Tinkatink. Not as good as the Tinkaton funny, which you think it would be like better because it's just on its own. But actually, I don't like this plush as much. It's still really cute, but I think it has to go in the B tier. And then we have Finazan. I mean, it's a dolphin. Come on. Nothing cuter than a dolphin. Great plushie. Yeah. Maybe they should have done something a bit more special with it to make it stand out more. I think it goes in the B tier. Because there's nothing really significant about it. No, I love this Pokemon. I can't really pronounce its name. It's like Nakli or something. But I think it's such a cool Pokemon. I think that has to go in the S tier for me. Next up we have Pegarant. I don't know what to say about this one really. I don't really like it. It's not like the worst plush design, but it also kind of is. It just doesn't really translate very well. Like, it doesn't look like you can cuddle it. I feel like they could have done a bit more with it, let's just say. Then we have Okidogi. I don't know if I'm saying that one right, but yeah, he's a cool Pokemon. It looks a bit dorky in terms of the plush. I think it goes C tier. It's a bit dorky. I don't know, that's also gonna go C tier. I have no words, no words. It's just a bit dorky, I think. Next up we have the super cute Jigglypuff, and I think this is the Whiptail version. Yeah, super cute, can't complain. I think it has to go in the A tier. We are down to our last 5. Wait, maybe 6 Pokemon. Yep, we're down to our last 6 Pokemon. Next up we have Smoliv. That is just such a cute Pokemon. I think it works kind of well as a plushie, but I don't know. I feel like I want to put it in the A tier, but at the same time it's kind of lacking, so therefore I think it's just going to go in the B tier. Next up we have the Giraffe. I don't like saying this one's name because it really confuses me, so therefore I'm not going to say it. I don't like the design for it. It looks a bit awkward. I'm gonna go C, mostly because I don't like the Pokemon. This is just so dorky. I think this has to be one of the dorkiest designs for a Pokemon I've ever seen. It's just so dorky. It's like, I feel like it's giving me like hippie vibes or something. Not that there's anything wrong with hippie vibes. I think it's a cool kind of style, but as a Pokemon and as a duck, it's just so funny. So I think it goes C tier. It's just too dorky. And we have Dunsparce. Gonna go B tier on that. Next up we have Wiglet. I think this is so cute. Not exactly perfect for cuddling, and also the materials aren't that great. For that reason, I think it has to go in the B tier, sadly. And then our last Pokemon of the day from the Paldea collection, we have Totsucool. This is just one heckin' awesome Pokemon. Love the name. He's got really great vibes going about him. Like, he's funny. He's always trying to run away from people. I understand. I can relate to him. So therefore, I think he has to go. We are basing this on terms of being a plushie. Actually, I think it works well as a plush because it's long enough that you can like hold and cuddle him, but you can also sit him down and have his legs out if you want. So I think, yeah, he works really well as a plushie. That's awesome. Okay, I think he goes in the A tier because he's just too cool and I love him. So yeah, A tier for sure. So there we have it guys, the Paldea Pokemon Plushie tier list. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, do hit that subscribe if you want to see a lot more fun Pokemon gaming content. And please comment down below your favourite Pokemon from the Paldea collection. A massive shout out to my Loot Goblin members, Bailey and Pancakes and Hammers. You guys are super awesome and I'm super grateful for all your support. And if anyone else is interested in joining our Dark Fair Maiden guild, make sure to check out the join or the link in the description below if you'd like to see what awesome perks you can get if you become a member. Thank you very much for watching guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll see you again real soon. Farewell.